Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages, and welcome to the big wide world of Collegiate Star League Counter-Strike Go. My name is Tasty Bacon. Joining me tonight is the devilishly handsome Osto.
So you get one note. You do good, you get a second note at the end.
Okay, well, now I have something to look forward to for the rest of the stream. But before we get to additional harmonica notes, we have something else to look forward to tonight. It is our matchup, which is going to be the still unbeaten UCLA Bruins taking on an in-state rival of CSU Long Beach. That's the California State University, for anyone wondering. And in-game, you will see them as the CSU LB Senpai squad taking on the UCLA Bruins. And we got to see the UCLA Bruins last week, I believe it was, and they were quite dominant, definitely earning that undefeated record that they are currently holding this season.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. We saw them against the Fighting Texas Aggies, which was it was a close game it was a competition in the first half. It was 10-5, favoring UCLA, and then once they got on the second side, I mean, after 6 rounds, it was 15-6 favoring UCLA. So they were in a position where they pretty much it was essentially a called game. The other team did try their best to start bringing it back, but UCLA was just overpowering them. And honestly, if they come in looking strong again this time, I mean, Oni-chan having 103 ADR, Rocks had 93, Gimp had 90. If they just start showing up in this game too, it might be difficult for CSU LB to try to steal their win off of this team.
Yeah, absolutely. And, Oni-chan, especially one of the players to watch on the UCLA side, was almost always involved in, the first fights that happened on the map. It didn't really matter which side they were on. Oni-chan always seemed to be on the front line. Scott Sterling was able to have a couple of really great rounds. Looks like today, though, they are going to be using a different player in one of their spots. We're still waiting for the 5th and final member of UCLA to connect, but they have a player named Meow on here, who I definitely do not recognize.
They have all 5. It's just scrambled. They have Rocks at Gampo, Nichan, Scott Sterling, and
yeah, okay, yeah, I didn't see
Rocks. They just join whatever team. Yeah. So, yeah, CSULB said that they had their 5th was on their way home, and they wanted to know if they could start with 4. So, honestly, if they do start out with 4 versus 5, unless they get a godly start, it's going to be, I think, a pretty easy sweep for UCLA, but I don't know. I mean, they're trying to figure something out with that, but hopefully we can get underway soon. Hopefully their 5th can hop on.
Yeah, we may try and get a CSL admin involved in order to get an executive decision coming through here, but it looks like they are going to be going ahead and starting with just 4 members, so we're going to run a quick ad during the knife round, and we'll be right back with the action.
Only $14.99.
Don't miss the call. Download Band. Communication made easy.
All right, well, there you have it. It is going to be the knife round starting up here for UCLA versus CSU LB. Big thank you to Band Gaming, one of the sponsors for CSL this season, one of the major sponsors that we do have. A really great tool for helping to get all the teams and players coordinated. Maybe CSU could have made some better use of Band in order to get all their players coordinated as they just sort of hang around for a bit. UCLA does win the knife round as expected. You got an extra body in there.
CSU got it.
Was it?
The names were swapped. They're waiting 5 minutes to get the 5th in here. But yeah, they got the knife round, so and it looks
Why
like
were
they're just
the
gonna
names
start on
swapped?
CSU.
That's not like I'm only looking at the names during that. I'm not paying attention to who's actually playing.
Gotta be on your toes. can't just expect an easy ride. Just
Oh.
hang back.
We'll get
Gotta
to
be
hang out and watch the, I guess, warm up rounds while we wait.
Yeah,
for...
if you get on Scott Sterling's cam right now, you can see an actually very interesting strat going on from him. He's staring directly to the right of the left side of the A. However, it is lined up with the right side's bottom, so it's kind of like a midway point between the bottom of the A, and it's actually a very interesting strat. You don't see pros really doing this that often, so a little unorthodox. But if he fires right there, it actually instant wins them the game. But he has to hit it perfectly, and honestly, with the Glock, I don't know. I don't know if this is going to work out for him, and he's aiming it well. Oh, I think he moved a little bit off course there. He might not be able to recover from this. I don't know. I don't know if he's going to be able to do this.
Moved up a little bit too high,
He's got to reposition himself. And I don't know if he's going to be able to do it.
Shot.
Oh, no!
Scott
Bot
Sterling
Stevens took him down.
unable to get the insta-win.
That's it. I don't even know. That's what they were banking on. That's how they've gone 8-0.
Oh, boy.
I don't know how they're going to recover from this.
Well, like I said, we're just kind of be killing time for a little bit until the 5th player of CSU is able to get home.
Let's follow Bot Stevens and see where he goes. Let's see where he brings us. We're not going to go window. We're going cat. Looks like he wants to clear every corner. He's going towards cat. Making sure no one's in that door. Be holding that angle for a bit. Tries to jump on top. Ooh, tries it a second time. Not going to be able to land the jump. Ooh. He has a suspicion somebody might have flanked around him. Trying to just clear out every possible angle on that site. Goes back into market. And will he actually go into jungle? Oh, he hears the bomb being planted. Goes towards the opposite site. This is incredible stuff. Bot Stevens, truly the player of the century.
It's the thought that counts. Going towards that B site.
No. Honestly.
Realizes the bomb isn't there, though, and immediately makes a beeline towards A site. Checking his
thinks
corners.
a player might be hiding up in the scaffolding a bit. Luckily, no one there, but good check from him. And now just watching the angle while the bomb's ticking down. I love bots. I love watching bots. They're so
Stevens! Stevens, play the game!
He gets the shot! CJ just shut him down. Almost gets a double. What incredible stuff there. Wow. Absolutely riveting.
This is top
Can you
quality.
even ask for a higher tier Counter-Strike out of these guys? Oh my god. Just barely. I want the bot to buy, but I think he's used up all his money already. I don't think he's going to buy anything. He's only at 1,700, he can't buy a Negev.
Well, for anyone watching, please feel free to throw messages into Twitch chat if the volumes are good. I made a couple changes to my normal streaming setup to hopefully improve a few things, but the volume was one thing I wasn't really able to test too much. It sounds good in my ears, but what I hear is not necessarily what the stream hears, so let me know if the volume is good. Of course, I'm not going to know until 3 minutes later, but hey, we'll figure it out.
Gimp declaring that he's got shit to do. It's a little... I don't know. I don't know about that. I don't think we can... Oh, crap. I said a naughty word. Oh, no.
Fired.
I'm going to get... Yeah, that's it.
You gotta use that harmonica and censor yourself.
Oh. He's saying he's got to do.
Oh boy,
I wish I knew how to play it. I really wish I knew how to play it. I do not know how to play it, by the way.
See if I can... How well my mouse writing skills are. They're not very good, but...
we can... I believe in you. And I think that's all that matters.
Wait.
If I believe in you, you've already won the battle. That was actually chapter
can't I-
11 in Sun Tzu's Art of War. We can I can try to grab a book from around. I think I still have like the kids' letters to Barack Obama book somewhere around here. See if it's in. See if it's in here. I don't know. It might not be in here. It's down here. I could read the drum kit manual for Rock Band 4 for the PlayStation. Do you think people would enjoy that? Well, you know what? Let's try.
Well, there we go.
Do you know what the
almost done?
You know what the
One
You
more
know what the
letter.
frequently asked questions are? Let me inform you about the frequently asked questions. Did you know that they have only a 90-day limited warranty? But if you're in Canada, actually no, it counts Canada. No, it does
There we
count
go.
Canada.
We have now written on the map, waiting for CSULB 5th, so that everyone tuning in knows exactly what's going on.
Proudy. Oh my God! Did you know some
I am
individuals can
very proud of
experience
this.
seizures?
Actually. Like, it's actually legible. It took a while because I was going very slow to make sure it was legible, but I'm pretty proud of this.
Did you know that we're supposed to take a 15-minute break every hour
I did
when
not.
playing video games? That's what the Rock Band 4 book says.
I mean, I think you would need a 15-minute break after just an hour of trying to do Rock Band drums if you're like playing on expert and stuff.
No. You don't know me.
I mean, I used to love playing drums on Rock Band. Like,
You
way
never
back.
been in a rock band with me. You be in a rock band with me, I carry you the whole way with drums.
Oh, okay.
I was trying to think of a good drum song that's in that game, but I don't know any. So don't play drums.
Oh, I used to play drums back when I was in college back in my day.
Did they get their fifth and then one of the UCLA guys disconnected? No, he's
No,
here.
they're all there.
He left.
I don't
They
think
got their
anyone left.
they got their fifth. They got their fifth and then somebody left.
Did
Oh,
they?
I think the fifth might have disconnected. I think he might have had errors.
Rip.
I don't know. I really wish I had that kid's letter
CGen
to
asking how
Obama,
we're
but-
doing. See, I like CGen. He's
Yeah, you
concerned
see,
about our well-being.
Yeah,
I appreciate
You see,
that.
if he didn't
I
ask
just
that,
became a fan of CGen.
I didn't. I think he's getting a little bit too into my personal life, and I mean, I like him, but I don't like him. You know, like
You don't like
yeah. I mean, I like him, but I don't like him. You know, like I don't like him, but I like him. You know, maybe
Oh,
let's start.
we're starting. I gotta clear
game.
clear that out.
All right.
Okay.
Actual game.
Okay, serious
All right.
faces now. Time for serious faces. Here we go. All right, everyone. It is UCLA Bruins, currently undefeated in the CSL this season, versus the CSU Long Beach Senpai squad, looking to improve their record this split to 2-1, putting them into a 5-way tie if they can pull off the upset here. And that would make this an extremely close division as far as the playoffs are concerned. But as we get underway, you can see it will be CSULB on the CT side, pushing up and just holding right between A and B here, ready for wherever the T's come from. But here goes T on to the B site.
Yeah, now Rox and CJ getting two early frags, making a 5 versus 3. Scott Sterling trying to get the bomb down over on the site. Meow trades onto Gimp, but Roxa trading the kill onto Dust. So a 2 versus 4. Meow very low, and Adum gets spotted out on the site. He's going to be surrounded. Gets the first shot onto Onichan, but Scott Sterling with a nice instant dink. Or I think it was actually Roxa who dinked him, but either way, both players going to fall. And a three players surviving. Pretty comfortable first round for UCLA.
Yeah, absolutely, and able to get that first round win with the plant. Gonna be doing a great thing for their econ. You can see picking up a couple of AKs here in round number 2, forcing that up and looking to take advantage of that extra money that they were able to earn.
Yeah, so the CT is not forcing into this round, which is a little interesting because you can see most teams usually forcing into the second round bye, but they're just going to be sticking on low pistols. Roxa getting an early 2 headshots. Adum actually going to trade it, pushes in, but Gimp going to trade him. Renji picks off Gimp, so a 3 versus 2, but Renji finally going to fall with only the USP. So now 1 versus 3. Meow gets spotted out by CGen, and an easy second round for UCL Bruins, but 2 picks did go the way of CSULB.
Yep, 2 kills there, and Gimp, the only member to have gone down in both rounds for UCLA, so they're definitely going to be looking for him to step up his game a little bit. However, Roxa, once again, off to a very hot start. 4 kills in the first 2 rounds. See what else he's going to be able to pull out here now that it's 4 AKs on the side of UCLA.
Yeah, and again, a little bit dangerous because they do have... usually some teams will buy up a little bit more in the Deagles department. Meow going to be the only one with it. Might be able to find a quick 1 Deag, not going to be able to connect the shot initially. Trying to spray onto anybody that gets into the site.
Beautiful
finish it off with a nice Kobe. Siegen and Roxa chiming in for 1 each as well. Now it's just Dusts on the flank. Maybe he can pick off Roxa over here in mid. Roxa not currently watching this position. Oh, but gets away. Scott Sterling actually going to finish off his teammate. Dust finds 1. So once again, it looks like it might just be 3 players surviving. Dust trying to see if he can find the 3rd onto Siegen. But there's too many players, too many heads, and he's going to fall. But again, another 2 kills going the way of CSULB.
Yeah, and unfortunately for CSULB, though, getting 2 kills around is not going to win you anything, as they are now down 3-0. But they do get their first full round, both teams coming out with nearly full, as that's not quite the op for Roxa, but the 4 M4s and an op on the side of CSU. This is going to be the round that they look to turn around.
But you got to remember, with the first 3 rounds going the way they have, it's actually Roxa, Gimp, and Onichen, the only 3 that have died in those rounds. 2 deaths on each of them. So Roxa gonna be trapped out on that scout. Nice damage coming out onto Dust early on, 39 HP. So the scout essentially an op there, and Nate almost finishing him off there as well. That Molly, if it was a little bit deeper, might have been able to do the final 2 damage, but Gimp doing plenty on his own over towards mid. It's Kiyomi over on the B side, gets sprayed down by Scott Sterling as well. So initially, 2 players from the CSUL B side already extremely low on this defense. But Meow gonna find the first kill. Dust follows it up onto a spray on the Gimp. Onichan trading it, making it a 3 versus 3, but Adum gonna trade it. So now a 3 versus 2. It's Kiyomi still at 12 HP. Scott Sterling gonna pick off Meow. So now 2 fully held T players, and Roxa just putting his gun away as Adum enters the frame. It's Kiyomi rotating from B. 12 HP, 1 versus 2. Roxa wants to pick up a second gun here, but probably just gonna be sticking with the scout, waiting to see if it's Kiyomi going to peek into his crosshair, but they have the bomb, so no real need for them to aggress out. 30 seconds left.
Yeah, they're just going to be able to sit here and wait on the bomb. They've got it perfectly watched, and it's Kiyomi maybe going to be able to get this, but very, very close to Roxa being able to pick up another kill there, but Kiyomi did get that final shot in to secure the first round of the game for CSU. Let's see, looks like another set of AKs for UCLA. And actually, Adum gonna be holding on to one of the AKs from last round. Nearly a full buy for the side of CSU as a result, but Siegen picking up a quick first frag.
Yeah, the op already falling for Dust over in mid. That gives the mid completely to the terrorists. And Gimp trying to push out over towards the A site alongside Onichan. And they did get pretty far in there, but he is going to fall. Onichan finds the headshot onto Renji, but Meow going to trade it onto Siegen. So now 3 versus 3. And Onichan can hear it. It's Kiyomi rotating in over here. And in quick succession, a final 2 kills coming through. And UCLA steal it right back, resetting CSULB.
Yeah, not just resetting CSU, but also being able to now have what should be, well, looks like they're going to stick to the AKs, not deciding to splurge on that op. I believe they could have there, but they opted to just stick with the rifles, knowing that it is going to be a save round. There's no reason to go crazy just yet.
Yeah, and a very fast pushover out towards this A site, and a quick trade coming out from Adum. Actually, 2 trades as Dust finds Siegen as well. Roxa at 7 HP. Onichan going to find Adum, and Roxa finding Dust, so it's not going to look like it's going to be that close anymore, but still 2 players falling for UCLA, and It's Scott Sterling and CGen, and CGen at $100 not going to be great for his economy, but for Scott Sterling, an easy rebuy, and Meow pretty much locked out here, 34 HP alone on the B site with just a USP to his name, so UCLA going to find their 5th round here.
Yeah, Meow was hoping to pick up anything he could there, but Gimp getting the collateral headshot, able to get the kill onto Meow. And once more, 5-1 for UCLA. This is a very common position for them. It is pretty frequent that we see them with massive leads early on in the game.
Yeah, no, CSU will be still going to be on upgraded pistols here, and UCLA still just sitting at on the AKs. Going to look like a B rush this time. They are having their one-player CGen lurking over towards mid, see if he can find any picks, maybe push up Cat. And it's going to be just It's Kiyomi to hold off this initial push. Going to be looking for a quick frag with the CZ, but the flash coming through, completely blinding him, and Onichian finds the kill. So now it's going to be a market battle here. Meow currently in there, gets picked off. Gimp finding a second as well. And now a 2 versus 5. Onichian doing a little bit of damage to his teammates there. Not entirely sure what that was, just probably a little bit of fun. Just love taps from him, but 1 versus 5, and unless Dust can pull off a miracle here with no kit, no armor, and a P250, it's going to be UCLA's 6th round on the board here.
Oh,
and Roxa, none?
That's all he's going to get. So, again, UCLA just looking very dominant in this matchup, as Roxa does have to rebuy, but he was perfectly fine, able to fully rebuy, and honestly, the economy is so strong for the side of UCLA right now that even if a couple of their players go down, you know, Oni-chan has more than enough money to be able to rebuy for a teammate if need be, and like they're gonna be set for at least a few rounds here. Double ops coming out for the side of CSU, but this round is already going well, actually that's gonna even it up. Nice shot from Dusts.
Yeah, and Oni-chan quickly trading it, so it's just going to be the opposite. Kiyomi finds the quick shot onto Scott Sterling over near Firebox with 2 versus 2. Health advantage definitely in CSULB's favor, but that one-hit gun of Oni-chan's not going to make that health too prominent here. Rocks with the AK just going to be looking for headshots, and going to be hearing the scope Meow over in Connector. Going to peek out at just the right time, finds Oni-chan. Now it's Rocks in a 1 versus 2. He needs to try to find the second player. He knows that Meow is over towards Connector. Probably has a feeling that It's Kiyomi is still lurking around CT. A minute left on the clock. Needs to recover that bomb, too. It's down in the middle of the site, and It's Kiyomi not currently watching it. Roxa just trying to see if either player makes a mistake. 50 HP. He's trying to wager it well. And no player on the CT side eager to push out and give away any information. Eventually, one of them will have to check on this bomb. It's Kiyomi looking like that might be his job in the next few seconds, and finds the shot onto Roxa.
Yeah, so CSU able to pick up a second round here and holding on to 2 ops as well. That's going to be huge for their economy. As you can see, they're going to be able to now buy at least a couple of rifles here. And with those ops still in their hands, it's going to be a pretty strong buy for them. Not quite full rifles, as a Dumb the Ant not able to get an M4, but immediately Dusts with a shot onto Roxa.
Yeah, so a quick frag going the way of Dust. Roxa on the out for, I believe, the first time in this game, and It's Kiyomi going to find Gimp as well. 5 versus 3 very early on here, a minute 30 left on the clock, and the terrorists, 2 of them over towards the B site, where there is currently just It's Kiyomi holding, as he's been for the majority of this first half. Might be able to peek the head. Does spot out Scott Sterling and gonna hit the shot. So a 2 versus 5 now. Oni-chan pushing through the edge of that smoke. Does find the shot onto It's Kiyomi. Gonna have to find the second player over towards Cat. And Meow going to shut him down. 46 HP left, but Dust with the one-hit gun again. Gonna prove that any health in the game doesn't matter as long as you can hit that shot.
Yeah, and only 1 member going down for CSU. This is very big for them. We kind of wrote them off a little bit, I think. At least, I may have a bit. And so for that, I do apologize to CSU, because these last couple rounds, they have been able to find these kills. Now that they have the ops in their hands, Dusts and It's Kiyomi able to find a couple really nice shots to open the rounds and get advantages for CSU.
Dust missing the shot on the Gimp there. Gimp with the scout, just looking to see if he can find this headshot over towards Dust. Does get flashed out, so Dust going to be able to escape that mid position. And the remaining 4 terrorists over towards the A site, currently looking to enter right now in the midst of the smokes falling onto the site. CGen walking right around a dumb, but his teammate Scott Sterling going to find the kill. So a 5 versus 4. 2 ops still in play from the counter-terrorist side. Dust finding CGen on the trade frag. But the bomb will go down, so 40 seconds left. And we have Renji lurking over towards the stairs area. Dust trying to find a shot, misses the head of Scott Sterling. Trying to see if now he can make up for it with a wallbang through the firebox, but Scott not going to give up to him. And the remaining 2 counter-terrorist players from the B site going to start rotating in the molly. Going to force Scott out. Dust not able to connect that shot, but it's Kiyomi going to cover him. Gimp finding Renji Onichi and picking off just a volley of flags here. And I couldn't even keep up.
Yeah, that one went from being very slow, methodical pace to all of a sudden a rapid-fire shooting gallery. And it was UCLA able to pick it up, picking up an op at the end there as well. So now they're going to be the team with double ops to their name. They've bought a couple of scouts this time around, which... or not this round, but just this match, which has been kind of curious to me. We don't see that terribly frequently at all. Oh,
Yeah,
Scott Sterling taking out Dust.
Paying Dust back for the instant frag on the rocks in the previous rounds. And now the terrorists with the 1 minute advantage do have mid control. Gimp gonna start to get A control as well, but a Dumb gonna trade it. So it is currently a Dumb holding this side. He has his teammate, it's Kiyomi, with the recovered op over towards mid. Gonna be looking to see if he can maybe trade it out, make it a 3 versus 3. And Scott Sterling actually with the wallbang gonna tag him down to 67 HP. So a dangerous situation for the counter-terrorists right now. They still have Meow lurking over towards the B site. And the bomb currently with the op up towards mid, watching that flank. So they have not committed to a site yet. They're just going to be seeing if they can find a second frag here. CGen making some noise over towards A ramp, which might lead this to being a B play. And Scott Sterling starting to go into back apps, looking like that might be it. Currently Nichan trying to find any information he can. 2 counter-terrorists trapped on that A site. It's Kiyomi starting to maybe read that this might be a B take. And Meow trying to find some good positioning to shut down any take that's coming his way. Onicham watching for any flankers, and the 3 remaining terrorists over in the apps area trying to push up. 30 seconds left, so this is a commitment to the B site. Scott Sterling starting to rush out now. Meow gonna have to try to hold off against this push. Knows that Onichan's coming from Cat. Gets... Oh, he doesn't land the spray. 15 HP left on Onichan. 4 versus 2. And it looks like now the counter-terrorist is just going to be looking to save these 2 remaining rifles going in to the 12th round. And that will be UCLA getting their 8th on the board.
It's Kiyomi tried to just sneak a shot in there with that op, but now both It's Kiyomi and Adum the Ant going to be retreating, hanging out over by A site. It's Kiyomi going to watch this path just in case they can get an extra exit frag, but I don't think that's going to happen, although it does look like... Oh, yes! He is going to get Roxa, who's trying to chase down one of these kills, but now can he also find one on 2? Oni-chan? No, not quite. As the bomb goes off, Scott Sterling did pick one. Oni-chan also going to take down its Kiyomi. That is disastrous for CSU.
Yeah, so now pretty much just going to be forced down onto a full save with those 2 rifles being lost. Double op setup actually just going to be on the T side this round, and if they choose to push a site, it could be deadly because there are 2 Deagles on the side of the CTs, and it looks like they're both going to be playing. Oh, one's going mid, so 1 mid, 1 B. And it looks like the terrorists just going to be spreading out across the map, trying to get info wherever they can. Scott Sterling early frag on the It's Kiyomi. I don't know if he knows. Oh, they know. They know that a Dumb's over in right side window, trying to just see if they can get a shot in there somehow. Meow does hit the 1 dig onto Roxa over towards B, but it is a 3 versus 4.
Dust's able to get a shot onto Gimp with the pistol. Oni-chan, though, taking out Dust immediately after Scott Sterling with a kill, and it will be Oni-chan able to find the last frag there and get a 9th round now for UCLA. 9-3 in going into round 13 as we get close to this first half finishing. UCLA does still have a commanding lead.
Yeah, so CSU will be going to buy up here. It's not looking like, unless Dust want to risk it. Oh, he will buy up onto the op. No utility from him, not even an upgraded pistol. So we'll be taking this early. Oh no, he's going to play it a little more safe. Go over towards the A site, watching over towards Palace, which is pretty good because if he peeked out over towards mid that round and Gimp found the frag, that'd be a huge disadvantage for the CSULB side. So saving that op just to try to make an impact later in the round. Going to be hanging out towards connector, so he might still find that mid pick pretty soon here with 3 terrorists in his grasp, but Roxa going to spot him out first. Does a little bit of damage, not going to connect the frag. Onichan, a dumb CGen, Scott Sterling, everybody getting frags right now. 4 versus 2, favoring the terrorist side. Dust trying to hit the shot, but Scott Sterling going to get the insta-dink, and now it's Kiyomi in a 1 versus 4, rotating into CT. Just trying to see if maybe he can pick off some players here. Scott Sterling, 24 HP, going to be the first line of engagement. Tags its Kiyomi down to 48. And now a 1 versus 3. 2 ops, an AK, the bomb down, and no kid on its Kiyomi. It's pretty much UCLA's round, and with that beautiful flash, Gimp going to finish the round.
Yeah, incredible flash there, and making it, like as you just said, 10-3 in favor of UCLA. Looking to now head into the half with a potential 12-3 if they can close out these next 2 rounds. And for this one, like you said, upgraded pistols gonna be the order for the side of CSU, so very likely gonna be at least 11-3.
I'm not sure why Gimp insta headshot his teammate there, but it did give CSULB the man advantage for a short time there. Scott Sterling gonna equalize it a bit, but Onichan probably not very happy about that. Gimp gonna be pushing over towards stairs, finds the nice shot very quick, and finds the second on him. Meow, a dumb, holding that site though. 2 frags from him from up in Palace, and that's gonna make it a 2 versus 2. They do have its Kiyomi lurking over towards CT, could try to deny this plant. Just unfortunately for him, it was planted over towards Cat side of sight. Does peek out, gets the insta one, or not the 1 dig, but it gets the dig frag nonetheless, and goes for the shot, and Gimp gonna fall to him as well.
Beautiful
and that
shooting.
That one frag at the beginning of the round, the 1 TK ended up losing UCLA the 4th round of the game. So CSU will be not a major victory, but it will put them a little bit closer to closing that gap.
Now, I almost feel like that was one of those situations where Onichan probably said something, and Gimp was like, hey, shut up or I'm just going to shoot you in the head next round. And Onichan was just like, do it, you won't. And so Gimp just did it. Like, that's the only explanation I can think of.
Yeah, I mean, you don't accidentally headshot your teammate and spawn with an op, and ooh, the jumping from Dust just going to save his life, and the pull going to save it a second time, and now Onichan a little fed up trying to find that final kill, and they're just trading wallbangs back and forth. Onichan tagged down to 17 HP. Dust at 1 over in the right side, but Onichan finally going to hit the shot. So a 5 versus 4 situation. The terrorists trying to push out over towards B. Meow going to equalize that man advantage. Gimp finding the shot onto its Kiyomi. 66 HP left, trying to find Meow as well. Gets the headshot. A dummy. Not quite equalizing the man advantage, but brings it into a 2 versus 3. Rox and Onichan extremely low here, 12 and 17 respectively, and Renji going to finish off Onichan, so a 2 versus 2. Health advantage definitely on the CT side, and all rifles here, so the 1-hit gun not going to be in place. The CT is going to be pushing both from the cat area, so they have to find these shots quickly. Roxa over in B-Apps. Gimp watching this angle. Going to be going for the spray and hits both shots. 11-4.
Gimp getting that 11 round for UCLA as we hit the halftime mark. And going to swap sides. CSU now on the terrorist side. UCLA on CT. Just needing a few more rounds to close this out. 5 of the 15 is all that they need, and well, again, maybe not playing as 100% seriously as they could be, and still coming out this strong. It just kind of speaks to the strengths of this UCLA squad, and there's a reason they're undefeated, and they're kind of putting it on display here today.
And hopefully we don't see a Texas Aggies game again here where UCLA able to get right up to the 15-round point right off the bat. So Hopefully CSULB going to be able to grab this pistol round and close that gap a little bit more, at least if you're a CSULB fan. And once again, UCLA doing something they do every pistol round. They're going with the 5 armored players. So again, a kit not really going to be in play from them. And it looks like it's going to be a rush from the T side. So 5 players pushing through these B apps. Going to be trying to look for a quick flank. Or a quick plant. I don't know what I'm saying. CGen up towards the van. Going to be the first to spot it out. Smoke coming through, and CGen gets absolutely destroyed by the Tech 9 of a dumb. 4 on 5. Scott Sterling trying to equalize it, but not going to be able to find the frag. A dumb finds a second, and now all 3 counter-terrorists rotating in from the market area, trying to find their first entry onto the site. A dumb finds a third. Roxa finally closing that man advantage a little bit, but it's Kiyomi going to clothesline him, and Dust finishes it off with the Tech 9 of his own. So CSULB does find the pistol round there.
And taking the pistol round and very nicely as well, moving as a unit, and then as soon as the dumb got those even the first kill, let alone the second, the entire team just rushing into that site and getting the quick plant down, able to take out the CTs as they tried to come in for the retake. So quick first round of the half going to CSU. We'll see if they can string together a few more victories here.
Yeah, and what's dangerous here is even in the train game that UCLA played, they did forfeit the first pistol round, but they were able to just bring it back with a fantastic eco. And these Deagles going to try to do some work. Scott Sterling already doing a little bit of damage onto the mid players and actually push it through the smoke. Might be able to find Dust, and he does. So now trying to maybe connect it onto a second. Frag gets Renji as well, and now it's a 5 versus 3.
5 versus 3 makes that a 4 versus 2 or 4 versus 1. Seems like every time we try and give an update, another kill comes through. It's just Meow, though, for the CSU squad. And he is not anywhere close to the bomb. So this is very likely going to be a round for the side of UCLA.
Yeah, missing that initial shot unless he can hit some beautiful Tech 9 headshots. It's not going to look likely, and it looked like they wanted to go for the knife as well. And had CGen been a little more patient, it might have actually paid off for him, gotten him a little bit of extra money, but this is a terrible situation for CSULB.
Yeah, absolutely. Now down 12-5 and having to go for a save round, a couple of upgraded pistols, and that's really about it. Some armor. Dust didn't buy anything. Oh, there he goes. Now he buys a kit and an armor. I was going to be a little bit surprised if Dust didn't buy anything, but we've got a first couple frags for Oni-chan and Ed Dumb able to trade that out. So 1 for 1 thus far here in the 18th round, but Meow again going to be hanging back, trying to find, just wait and see if they can catch anyone, but is this going to be Gimp getting flanked on? He does fall. It's Kiyomi able to find that one.
Yeah, so 3 versus 4. Scott Sterling gets the information over towards the mid, immediately falls back towards the B site. Doesn't want to give them any more of an advantage than they already have. And the terrorists looking like they want to take this over towards the A site, and they're primed to do so. Roxa gonna have to hit some shots here with his scout to delay this push. Scott Sterling gonna prove that he's not needed. 2 beautiful headshots. Gonna take down a dumb, and it's Kiyomi. And Roxa getting a bit aggressive now, finds Meow, gets the headshot onto him, and now Dust at 1 HP yet again, gets 2 headshots! And he actually has a chance. He has the bomb going towards the B side. It's Roxa versus Dust. Anything will kill Dust. If you blow on him, he will die. And he's just going to be looking to get the headshot. He's going to
fall, but he gets the bomb plant. Now needs to just try and figure out where Roxa is going to be coming from. But I don't think he has the right idea at the moment. Roxa is going to be checking to see if he can find, throws out the grenade there, and finds the shot. Takes down Dust. Like I said, anything would have killed Dust at that point. But
look at that though. Rock's at 100 HP, instantly dinked down to 28. Had he had a little more HP, that could have gone completely differently there.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's the Roxa got to be happy and thankful that Dust was sitting at 1 HP. So the round does go to UCLA. Now just 3 away from claiming victory and their 9th consecutive win this season.
was a little worried Gimp was going to kill another teammate there. He had his scope in, looking directly at the head again, but luckily for UCLA, not going to do it again. Learned his lesson from the last time, and all 5 terrorists on a force buy here. A little bit of a half force. They have Dust fully bought out, but the rest kind of just sitting on pistols. Gimp going to be instantly smoked out of the site, trying to rotate around it to get info. One player going to be pushed on top of him. Actually almost gets a collateral, legs one player, finds the other Onicham, finding 2 of his own, and now it's just a dumb. It's just a dumb sitting behind the smokes. A little bit of team damage coming out from UCLA, and actually finds the first shot. Picks up an op, so a 1v2 he could do this, but Gimp not going to give him the shot, and Gimp can kill a teammate! Oh, Gimp! Gimp, why'd you kill a teammate? That's a second!
I have a feeling that Gimp is not taking this game as seriously as we would like.
I don't actually know if that was intentional. What if I think his team... It was either his teammate was in the smoke and he just, like, executed him accidentally, or he just executed him on purpose, and not knowing makes it a little funnier.
The fact that it's his second of the match makes me lean towards it being intentional, but... you never know.
Yeah, but this round, CSU will be definitely on a better buy here. Dust sitting on the scalp, but all other players fully bought out onto AKs. And going against the UCLA side, they don't have the best buy in the world, but they do have decent utility, decent weapons, and op on Gimp, who hopefully will use it to shoot enemy heads this time, but the smoke's gonna rain over the A site, and the terrorists kind of spread throughout the map. CJ gonna find the first onto It's Kiyomi. Gimp hitting the head of an enemy onto Adum. And now a 5 versus 3 situation. Renji spraying down Gimp, so that's the op down. But Scott Sterling gonna spray him down from up on Cat. So 4 versus 2. Meow trading it onto Roxa. But do they know Onichan's lurking up here in Palace? He's got a Zeus. He's looking to deny the plant with the Zeus! Gets the Zeus! And now, Dust on the site. He's got his Glock out. He does find the shot onto Onichan, picks up the AK, so a 1 versus 2, getting sprayed down in CGen. I thought that was Scott Sterling falling, just like spraying and hit the miracle shot, but CGen gonna find the kill in the end.
Yep, CGen just gonna be able to get the defuse eventually. Does finish that one off, and now UCLA on match point here against CSU, and well, with the economy the way it is going to just be the side of CSU forcing up onto all the AKs. Not going to be able to get too many grenades this time around. Meanwhile, look at UCLA. They are sitting pretty with plenty of rifles and ops across the board. Full buy just about for them as they push on up. And they're meeting the terrorists here at B site and just mowing them down.
Incredible utility damage there from Scott Sterling and CGen, and automatically it's Dust in a 1 versus 5. He's going to have to pull off a miracle, and CGen pushing in, wants to deny it, but 31 HP. We've seen him in these clutch situations before, but this one's significantly more difficult than the last. He's trapped up here. He does have the bomb near him, but Scott Sterling's got a pretty good eye on it, so 31 HP. No bomb, 1 minute and 7 seconds, and all 4 counter-terrorists over on this B site with him.
Not only that, but 2 ops on the CT side as well. Like, this is pretty much a done deal for UCLA now.
Yeah, I mean, I guess what he's holding out for is maybe Gimp kills another teammate, gets banned from this match, and then they can win the 5 versus 4. And I'm looking at Gimp right now. I'm watching him. I want to see if he goes for it. I want to see if he does it.
He tries to get the shot onto Dust.
Trying to get the enemy. Maybe he'll get upset here. 30 seconds. Dust just holding out, but holding isn't going to do it. Does spot Onichan, but not able to hit the shot on a 9 HP. What was that? Why was he... Well, what was that spray with the CZ? Just jumping across and just finished him off. 31 HP, 0, no time.
Well, that is going to be game for UCLA. They maintain their undefeated streak here in CSL with another very dominant and commanding performance. And unfortunately for CSU, that does drop them down to 1-2, which, with how competitive this division is looking right now, that could keep them out of playoff contention. Because there's, as mentioned, 4 other teams that are sitting at 2-1 right now. So it's definitely a very competitive division, as you get a special guest speaker here. But
yeah, just wants to chime in. He's happy about the win.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's happy about the crushing.
Well, I mean, there really isn't a whole lot more to say about this game. UCLA, they're just such a good team that you almost don't really want to talk about the fact that there were times when it didn't look like they were playing it terribly seriously, but that's just, as I mentioned earlier, kind of speaks to their skill as a team, that they're able to play that way, multiple TKs coming out of GIMP, and still finish with a very commanding victory.
Yeah, I mean, right now UCLA is one of my picks for going far in this tournament. When they get to playoffs, I'm looking forward to seeing how far they go, because you could see the disrespect coming out from them there at the end. I mean, it's quite obvious after the second team kill that it's not exactly the most tense of situations on the UCLA side, but I'm looking forward to see how they do when they're up against the best of the best, up against the best of other regions or even their region, and are able to see if they can pull off these dominant wins again.
Yep, absolutely. Well, that's going to just about do it for us here tonight at CSL CSGO. Make sure you follow the channel here. Follow CSL over on Twitter. Also follow the other CSL channel, twitch.tv/CStarLeague. There are other collegiate esports going on over there. I believe League of Legends is on tonight, coinciding with our CSGO broadcast. There's also Dota matches that happen. CSL covers a multitude of esports. StarCraft 2, Vainglory has a couple of events coming up. So make sure you check out CSL. Follow all of the games that we cover. And if you're in college or going to be attending college soon, make sure you sign up. Find yourself a team of other players at your campus and sign up for C-Star League. It is completely free for the players, and you have a chance to win some serious scholarship money. So it's a great time for everyone involved, and we hope to see all of you again soon. Before we go, I do just want to give another shout out to our wonderful sponsors at CSL, of course, Band Gaming, who we got to look at before, Asus joining the family for this season, and of course, as always, twitch.tv as well, our broadcasting platform. So big thank you to all of our sponsors, and a thank you to you, the viewers, for tuning in and helping to make CSL what it is today. We hope to see you all again. I believe on Wednesday is or Saturday, sorry, today is Wednesday, getting ahead of myself. Saturday is the next CSGO broadcast. There's a couple of CSGO matches set there, but there are games to watch just about every day of the week. I believe Sunday is the only day that we don't have collegiate esports action going on at CSL. And so with that, once again, my name is Tasty Bacon. That over there is Osto. Oh man,
Got a few.
I got
like 4.
I got like 3 or 4 notes. I was only expecting 1. That's wonderful.
You earned them.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Well, anyway, that's going to do it for us tonight. Thank you everyone for tuning in. We hope to see you again next time.
Ben, Sam, and Ken are on separate journeys to defeat the menacing Vile Dragon. But let's just say luck isn't on their side. If only there was a way for them to find each other and band together. Well, that's why there's Band. It's a mobile app that allows people to come together using common interests. With Band, you can find fellow gamers, chat, schedule gaming sessions, and conduct polls. Stage epic battles with friends while sharing videos and photos along the way. So try Band today. Band. Be together.